Hey everyone, we are back and we're going to show you how we're making chicken stew for dinner tonight. I also have this bakery mix that my mom gave me that we're going to use to make homemade biscuits to go with it. So I got my son here. He's going to show you how we do this. We do have our 6-quart Instapot out, so go ahead, Philip. He is going to dump in some beef broth. And once he gets that done, he's going to go ahead and open up a packet of beef stew seasoning mix. Now, we pulled off some meat off of the rotisserie. In fact, we pulled all of the meat off the rotisserie chickens, and the bones are in the 12-quart Instapot. I'll show you that here in a minute when he's done. And those are actually under high pressure for 120 minutes, and that is going to make us some really, really good chicken broth that later on this week we are going to make really super easy homemade chicken with rice and veggie soup. So that is what we're doing in that other Instapot on the other side. We'll show you here in a minute, right down there. This is our 6-quart. He's going to go ahead. He's just mixing that up. He's got some spices here. We've got some minced onion. We have some garlic. What else do we have over there, Philip?
Celery salt.
We have some celery salt, and we're going to add a little pinch of each one of those in. He's going to add a little bit more minced onion. I would prefer to put regular onion in here, but my son is very, very picky. He'll tell you he's not. He doesn't like fresh onion, even if it's cooked. He likes the minced onion. So we have kind of a little fight every once in a while when it comes to chili because he likes minced onion, and I don't think it gives it the right flavor for minced onion. But we're just going to go ahead and show you how we do chicken stew instead of beef stew. And yes, we did use some beef stew seasoning mix to kind of flavor up that broth and adding a little bit extra to it. After that, he's going to take the shredded chicken that I have here for him. I do have the other chicken already sealed off in bags, and most of it is already in the freezer. Some of it is going to go into my meal containers for myself because I'm not eating this meal with him tonight. I wish I was. So he does have 10 potatoes that have been rinsed and have been roughly chopped. And he's going to add the chicken and the potatoes in next. Do you think that's going to be enough liquid in there? Or do you think we're going to need to put more?
I need to put a little bit more.
Okay. So we might have to put just a little bit more liquid. If you do that, take a teaspoon or a tablespoon's worth of beef broth mix and dump that in as well. So, y'all, we are doing everything we can to make meals a lot easier, a lot simpler, a lot more homemade, because the cost of things, as everybody is telling you and as you've seen yourself, is going up quite significantly. So if you're going to add a little bit more water, Philip, in that mason jar, go ahead and add like a tablespoon's worth of the beef bouillon. And I'm hoping I'm right. Yeah, I'm right here on the I'm hoping I'm showing everybody this. So while he's doing that, again, my daughter is going to be using this bakery mix, which is only 2 cups of this, and I believe it's 3/4 of a cup of water. And she's going to make some homemade biscuits to go with this meal with them, for them. Almost done?
Yeah.
You could have just mixed it in the Instapot.
Oh, I probably should have done that.
Okay, did you put the celery salt in as well?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So he's going to go ahead and get this done. This is something my kids really, really like. I do like to make beef stew, but I'm going to be real honest, y'all. Stew meat has gotten crazy, crazy expensive. All right, Philip, come on. Perfection over here. Come on. And y'all, this doesn't have to be perfect. This is only going to be on high pressure for roughly about 12 minutes. We will check the potatoes, and if they're not done, we'll put them on for a few more minutes. But usually about 12 minutes is when they're done. We are going to bring you back because I do have cans of vegetables over here off to my left-hand side. They won't go in until this is completely done, because when I put them in and we stir them in, the broth and everything is going to be so hot that it'll be ready to serve within a minute or two. But we do have peas over here, we have green beans, and we have carrots that will be going in as well. All right, you ready?
You want me to add the chicken?
Add the chicken. And then you can add the potatoes and then stir it back up again.
Okay.
And again, we have a huge, what do we got, like 12 quarts worth of chicken broth under pressure right now that is cooking down those chicken carcasses. Now, I didn't throw any extra shredded vegetable leftover items because I haven't shredded down my carrots yet, y'all. I've got 16 pounds of carrots that we need to peel and go ahead and do a mandolin slice on them. And then I will take the shredded carrot outing layer and I will put that in Ziploc bags. Okay, Phil, you got it all done?
Almost.
Okay. And I just finished picking the chicken off the bones, so there's going to be some leftover fat in that on here that, honestly, I don't mind giving just down to the dogs, because the Chihuahuas are in here going, like, we want some too. And y'all, it's good to get your kids in the kitchen and get them cooking. Not everything needs to come, see, like this piece here? Not everything needs to come in a can. And right now, I can make a lot more for my kids, because this will definitely, hopefully, have some leftovers. I can make a lot more for my kids and have leftovers for them. There's that piece, there's that piece. Just don't get the fat in there.
Oh.
The fat probably will render down and taste good, but for flavor, but the Chihuahuas are probably wanting to grab that. Okay, so everything's in there? All right, so he's gonna put the 10 russet potatoes that we have peeled and diced in. Go ahead. I'm hoping I'm showing this right. I think I am.
You are. I'm watching.
You're watching me because I'm moving the camera all around. So again, the canned vegetables we're going to put in at the very end after this is already cooked. So he's going to pop the lid on. He's going to high pressure this for 12 minutes. This is how fast a meal can come together. We are not doing takeouts anymore. I have cut that off. Almost cold turkey. We might pick out one takeout per month, but that's going to be the bulk of it. And the rest is going to be homemade meals. And I guarantee you guys, y'all, homemade meals are so much better than everything in a can or anything you can get in the frozen food section. If you don't already have an Instapot, I highly, highly, highly recommend. There's so many different Instapots out there. You do not need the name brand Instapot version. This one here, the 6-quart, I got for, I think it was between 90 and 120. Now this one also comes with an air fryer kit and the full bed as well. So you don't really need a fancy one. This was a little bit more fancier. But like 12-quart, is it on now?
Yep, it's
okay.
on.
So this is my 6-quart. My 12-quart is coming up to pressure. This one my mom purchased for me, and I think she only paid $90 for this for y'all. So this is actually doing our chicken broth right now. And when this is done, we will come back here in a few minutes for you. It'll be about 12 minutes plus whatever time it takes for this to come up to pressure. And we're going to stick in our canned vegetables. So we'll see you here in a few minutes. All right, y'all, we are back, and we did have to let this cook a little bit longer than the traditional 12 minutes. It ended up needing a total of 23 minutes. So now that everything is bubbling and smelling amazing, Philip's going to go ahead and he's going to dump in the vegetables. He'll let you know what he's dumping in as he does it. So go ahead and dump the veggies in.
Carrots.
Carrots. And we did drain these, y'all. Since they are pre-cooked, we went ahead and waited until this was completely done. And it just got done. What's that one?
Carrots.
More carrots.
And more carrots.
3 cans of carrots. Y'all, my kids have no problems eating their veggies as is or in something like this. Now, this is going to be more of a brothier type of stew versus a thick gravy. And that's just the way that my kids like it, because they like to dunk their biscuits, or if we were doing like a French bread, they kind of like to dump their breads into the liquid. So this is going to be more of a brothier version. Now all you got to do is put cornstarch in and thicken it up if you'd like to have it thickened up as more of like a traditional stew versus a broth. Okay, what you got there?
That was the last can, and it was corn.
Okay, you didn't do green beans?
No, I showed him it as I was putting them
did
in.
you got green beans and peas in there
Yep.
too? So corn, green beans, peas, carrots, and check it out, y'all. So we have that. Is it all stirred up?
Mostly veggies.
Look at that, y'all.
It looks good.
It does have the chicken in there. It's got the potatoes. It's got the broth, all the seasonings that we showed you. And this is just a really quick meal. Again, this did take a total of 23 minutes. I was a little shocked. Usually it takes about 12 to 14. But I did cut the potatoes a little bit bigger this time around. So he's going to get rid of these canned goods here. And Jesse went ahead and made these biscuits. We got a couple more biscuits over here that are not cooked yet, but will be getting cooked. So we have some biscuits here as well. It did end up making 11 biscuits. We went ahead and did the entire package, so it made 11 biscuits instead of 12, but that's okay. The kids will take these and they'll have it with the chicken stew. So that's what we got for you today, y'all. Have a good day. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.